I've literally had to leave my town. That's unacceptable. This is the future of UK. I'm sorry if I'm scaring people. People need to be scared. This is the future of the UK. I have had to move now. You guys are going to have to move later.
Well, there's a lot of things wrong with what's going on at the moment in the country, and I'm about to speak now to somebody who can tell you an even more scary story. It's Lubna Farhan. Lubna, very good morning to you. Good to see you.
Yes.
You're here, former Apprentice star, to talk to us about grooming gangs, rape gangs as we call them. You're from the Muslim-Pakistani community. You've been speaking out about it, and as a result of that, you found yourself in a pretty sticky situation.
A very dire situation. So just a small slight correction, my name is Lubna Zaidi, so I'm a single parent now. I think at the time of The Apprentice I was a married lady. So my situation is very dire. I was born and raised in Luton, and sadly I've had to flee Luton very recently because of death threats coming from people from my own race and faith. So I was raised as a Muslim. I do believe in God, but I'm not religious. I would say I'm more secular. And my parents were born in Pakistan, I was born in England. So what happened is when I came out of The Apprentice in 2019, I started a YouTube channel. It's called Candid with Lubna. And because I felt like as if this country is divided and the situation seems very, very dire. Like people are talking about civil war, this kind of stuff. So eventually I started talking about things which I felt could help build bridges between people from my race and religion and the native white English people. So the way I feel is that people from my background can do more to build bridges, and I started doing that by condemning the bad people from within the community.
Well, the condemning thing is important, isn't it? Because we hear this a lot, particularly when there's terrorist attacks or whenever there's an Islamic problem in the country. We always say, and we always hear people say, why doesn't the local community, the Pakistani community, condemn what's going on?
Exactly, and
so,
I agree.
So it doesn't happen a lot, does it?
It doesn't happen a lot, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to be that spark. And you know, we always hear about the good apples and the good Muslims, and most Muslims are peaceful. Oh well, fantastic. Where are they? Because I've been getting death threats. People turned up at my door. I've had to leave my hometown. Obviously I'm not telling anyone where I am. I'm not openly going out there in the public either, because I literally trust nobody. And sadly I was hoping that this would be an opportunity for the Muslim community, the Pakistani community, to come out and condemn and say they condemn what the extremists did. Sadly, I experienced the opposite. So the majority of Muslims and Pakistanis coming underneath my YouTube videos have been saying, oh, we support what's happened to her. Thank God she's not going to be doing YouTube anymore. And I'm thinking, wow, you don't sound very peaceful and very moderate. Where are the moderate Muslims gone? So what these people do is they support the extremists. So in their mind, they think that they are the peaceful, moderate Muslims, but they're supporting the extremists. So in my eyes, you're as bad as the people threatening me. And so I am very disappointed in the people living in this country who were maybe born here, but I don't think have integrated and assimilated the way that they should have. And frankly, if that's their attitude, they don't belong in this country. And I'm going to stand by that. You know, just because there are illegal migrants coming in who maybe were born in the same country as my parents or were raised in the same faith as me doesn't mean that I'm happy with illegal migrants coming into this country. I'm sorry, these people are a security threat. And the grooming gangs, the gang rape gangs, let's talk about that. Why can I not condemn those people? It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting.
I've always said this, right? How is it possible that anybody, you know, when we talk about, you know, things like the Labour Party and local Labour councillors and Labour politicians in general have been kind of squeamish about having a go at Pakistani grooming gangs because they're worried that they're going to upset Muslims. You know, why would Muslims not want to condemn them? That's what I've always said. Why would you not, in any situation, want to be critical of somebody who rapes an 8-year-old girl or a 12-year-old girl? I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
I think the thing is there's a mixture of things. So there is a lot of ignorance where the community, and I was one of those people who didn't necessarily understand the ins and outs of exactly what these horrible, disgusting rapists actually did to little children here. And then when even they do know is sadly where there are the lefties who are giving my people from my background an excuse and saying, you know, you're not the issue, it's the right, it's the far right. They're blaming it on you because there are rapists everywhere. That is not helping the situation. But also there's this massive thing about honour. So if you accept there's an issue, you are dishonouring the community. You're dishonouring people from your background. And so what these people, and this happens in Pakistan all the time, is the way they deal with it is by shutting people up. You shut people up and then you pretend the issue's going to go away. But as we can see in this country, things are getting worse and worse. So I'm sorry, as someone who's born here and as someone who loves this country, you know, I feel like it's my duty to speak up. I think we can do more. We need to condemn the bad apples within the community. It's very simple. It's not really complicated more than that. So I don't know what the issue is. So all I could say to the Muslims and Pakistanis listening to this, shame on you. I've had to flee my home because of you guys. And now these people are going to play the Islamophobia card. Ooh, it's racism, Islamophobia. And I find, generally speaking, the Pakistani community to be one of the most racist people, having been raised, you know, in both communities. Yes, of course, there are people who are white and racist, because you get racist in all races. But to live here and then complain, go back to where you came from. I'm sorry if you're having an issue living here.
Is there a problem with Pakistani men and young women in terms of a cultural kind of understanding that they may have, that, you know, having sex with underage girls is okay? Is that like a thing?
I think in Pakistan the age where you can get married is legally 14, so there is that difference between UK and some people who are fresh off the boat may not know that difference. But also I would say that, of course, there are cultural differences, but also the people living, for example, in Pakistan, they also have like a fetish for white girls generally, because they watch porn and they have all these fantasies and stuff, and what they hear about the Western culture is, okay, there are white girls wearing skirts and stuff, so that means they're asking for it, and therefore it's, you know, and so they do find that here as well. But, you know, it's absolutely disgusting. I think people, especially the children born in this country, should do more to educate these people from within their own background to say, look, this is not acceptable here. Keep playing the Islamophobia card and racism card. It's not going to work anytime longer, I think, because people are talking about civil war now. I mean, what are we waiting for? Like, are we going to wait for a civil war before we're going to start speaking up? So there are a few good Muslims who have supported me and they get it. And you don't have to agree with everything that I say to support my channel, what I'm doing. My channel's name is Candid with Lubna. However, come on, guys, condemn the bad apples, grooming gangs, extremists, the people who are asking for Sharia law. I mean, you've got a whole country, Pakistan, it's got 200 million plus people. Build that country. I mean, that country is in need of being built. So I don't know why these people are coming here and then complaining and trying to make as if they're doing us all a favour. I'd rather they weren't here, to be honest.
Exactly. And what do you make of Labour's plan to define Islamophobia, to try and have a definition for it?
I think this is ridiculous. I think that the people from my race and religion are very intolerant anyway, and you're giving them more excuses to justify the intolerance by having Islamophobia definitions and things like that. So I think, I don't know what they're trying to get at. I don't like the direction this country's going in. Look, I'm condemning the bad apples. I don't even say anything bad about the religion at all, because I know how crazy and psychos people from my faith are. I just condemn the bad apples, and even that has been so intolerant where I've literally had to leave my town. That's unacceptable. This is the future of UK. I'm sorry if I'm scaring people. People need to be scared. This is the future of the UK. I have had to move now. You guys are going to have to move later.
Are you worried that that's going to be a problem then for everyone?
It already is.
This is kind of, you know, the encroachment of Muslim communities onto the rest of Britain.
Yes, I would say, what has the police done to help me? What has anyone done to help me? So I literally have no choice now but to get support from more people as a form of protection for myself now, because I feel like, you know, I'm trying to do a good deed. I'm trying to help the community, because they don't realise that if, God forbid, a civil war breaks out, I'm going to get attacked from both sides, because I'm going to get attacked from people who are calling me, you know, a traitor from my background. And then also there are obviously those people on the right, white people, some people, minority, that are not going to accept me either. So I'm going to get bashed from both sides. So I'm saying, let's kind of like avoid that situation. Let's condemn the bad people. Let's do more to help the government. And if you are siding with extremists, like if you're coming underneath my videos and you're saying that, oh, we're so happy she's gone, we're not an extremist, we're a moderate Muslim, but if you're not condemning the people threatening me, I'm sorry, then you're as guilty in my eyes.
Lubna, good to see you, and good luck with it all, and hopefully you won't have to be in hiding for too much longer, but thank you so much for coming in.